Elmer, you got big plans in the heat today?
No,
You're doing it, right?
about 45 minutes here maybe, and then up towards Burger King or school.
The air may be, but the company may not.
Yeah, good, get all good information, right? Yeah.
You should have went there first and then came back.
He wants to be able to share the truth.
So I got it. There you go.
They won't even listen to me out there, so I don't even talk about it.
That's funny.
All right, I've got 9 o'clock, call meeting order to pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the agenda as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right, Darlene, you're first one in the hot box. How about it? Not gonna be too hot, right?
No, it's not. I got 4 bids here for forklift.
Okay.
I don't know if you
Pass them all out.
want to, there's 4 of them there.
Hey, Ellie.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Staying cool.
There you go.
Doing our best.
Two different machines. I have 2 bids from Barry.
There's 2 bids from Barry and there should be 2 bids from Lift Truck.
I got one bid from Lift Truck here.
Okay. And so, just 2 different machines.
Yeah, you from Barry is a Yale and the Geister.
Yeah.
And the Lift Truck is a Bobcat and a Clark.
Okay.
Okay. All comparable in.
They are very comparable to what I have right now.
Okay.
And I went to them, I wanted it back to like the same, so there's just little things that are different, but it's not like much, nothing that,
Minor details. Are these
yes.
propane or are they?
And they are propane all
Yeah.
yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Chair, I've got 2 bids from Barry. The first one is at $37,422, and it is for a Heister machine forklift, and then also from Barry for a Yale, and it is at $39,208. So with the 2 bids I have, the Heister is the lower.
Okay, so this one's from Lift Truck Sales and Service, and it's from Bobcat Forklift.
And where are they out of?
And Kansas City, Missouri.
And Barry is right in,
They're in Topeka.
right off 24.
Yeah.
And this one's for $35,574.81.
Okay.
And the second one from Lift Truck Sales and Service is a Clark GTS 25, 5,000 pound capacity, and it is for $34,997.
So, do you give it?
No.
No, I was just curious if Marlene had a choice based on the information and location. So when I'm buying something, I look at, okay, where am I going to get service out of and how close is it?
Right. The 2 that I'm looking at is like the Clark and the Yale.
In the end.
Yeah, those are the ones that trigger us the most there, because, yeah.
Okay. And the Clark is price.
$34,997.
Yeah. So that seems fairly straightforward. I mean,
It has a 2-year, 4,000 hours on basic truck, 3 years, 6,000 hours on major components.
do you foresee any problem getting somebody out of Kansas City up here for maintenance or issues?
I really don't think so.
Okay,
Just me talking to them and what I gather with everything, so.
and these are brand new machines?
They are brand new machines.
Okay.
About how many hours a year do you think you put on your forklift? I mean, I'm just curious, just rough guesstimate, because it doesn't run 24/7.
No, it does not. This one here does not run 24/7.
Yeah. And how long do we have this one here?
The one that we have right now?
Yes.
I'm not for sure how long we've had it, but it's a 1993 model.
Okay.
Do you think there, obviously there's a trade-in or sale value, you're gonna market it, or you're gonna keep it what was your?
No, I would probably,
Market it somehow?
yes,
Okay.
sell it, yeah. Yes.
Have any idea what the value of it is?
That I do not know.
That's not a big deal, I just.
Yeah, we figured that out. Okay.
Well, again, I think it should, you know, if we look for some recommendation from you, if you think that the low bid, which is out of Kansas City, getting service up here, you don't foresee any problem with that. That's pretty common for people to run from Kansas City up here if you have issues. Then I would recommend the low bid unless you have a reason to go with one of the higher bids. And just so you know, we're not required to go with low bid.
Right.
If Yale is, I mean, Yale's the most expensive.
It is, and that's, the forklift that we have replaced it is a gouge. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a toss-up between the Yale and the Artami. I mean, I don't know any much about what the forklifts, but everything that I read on it and what it is, it seems like a, good machine, and they've been around for, they say, over 100 years, so.
Is there any difference in, like, the warranty piece of it? Do you get any kind of extra service for free out of it?
No.
Neither one of them?
The warranty, they're basically the same, very compatible.
Could I see the bid on the Yale?
Yeah, absolutely. And you have these funds in capital outlay?
Yes.
I appreciate that. Food service is the one we have now.
Barry does.
Are they willing to service a different machine, or do they do service only for their products?
That I'm not for sure. I kind of thought about that, and I didn't think about it this morning. Wanted to call them right away on that part. But I believe they work on
Everybody's.
yeah. I had a machine that was a Genie, and they worked on that. That's my personal stuff,
Yeah, so that would save you.
Is that anything that the county mechanics do on purpose?
Well, or, yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, typically you have a service once a year. I mean, change oil, those types of things.
We usually do that.
You do
Yeah,
that
we do
yourself.
that, yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. The only thing that I have Barry to do is if there's something that we cannot do ourselves there,
Okay.
it's,
And I think you bring up a great point, Chrissy. I mean, if it's something that you think our maintenance department out of Road and Bridge could handle, they have a service truck. Call Bryce and say, hey, here's the issue. Can you come send one of the guys down, take a look at it? I mean, I think that's, at least there's no service call.
Right.
And so, I mean, mechanical equipment is mechanical equipment.
I think one thing we'll have to make sure of and look at on that is to make sure that if we have someone else service it or we service it, it doesn't affect the warranty.
Sure, I think that's a valid point. So,
All right, just kind of glancing over both of them sitting side by side, they seem to be pretty comparable. One's got a little bit wider of a carriage, it's an inch wider than the other, but they're still class 2. I don't see any big deal on that, so.
My motion would be to go with the low bid.
Second.
Okay, so that would be going with the low bid from Lift Truck Sales and Service for a Clark GTS 25 5,000 pound capacity forklift for the total amount, or the amount of $34,990.70. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carried. Okay, that's the one we're going with. All right.
That's everything I have.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Darlene, appreciate
Do we
it.
need a purchase order or not?
I will, let me go, I can do the purchase orders up there and I'll write it right down to you.
Do you have copies of the?
I do have copies of that, so, okay.
They can come out the door.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, so next week is the Monday before the primary elections.
Uh-huh.
And the state has made some changes for the rules of applying to people, how many people have to be in the clerk's office to handle.
I need to have a
Elections.
list in the office.
So I think it would be best if we postpone the meeting next Monday because of that.
I'm fine with that.
Linda, you good? Okay. So there will be no meeting next Monday due to elections.
You did a great job on your article on the point. I thought you nailed it.
I haven't heard too much from anybody either way, so it's been a weird week.
Not just because I made some comments. The way you wrote it, you presented the history of it. and that.
Yeah. Trying to be straightforward.
I appreciate that. Just the facts, ma'am.
Yep.
What is this one? Is that for the
That
court?
is for the court's budget, yeah. So she has to have it signed to send off to that.
And that's what we had in our budget for that, I believe. I know she said that they raised it. I think that's what she came down and
What
said.
were we
For
done?
the court's budget.
Amy?
Yeah.
Yes. And she said it is raised due to the number of cases that we have, blah, 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 even though we're quite a bit higher than anybody else.
That the amount of cases that are going to trial.
Yeah.
District court. Right now I have about 534,200.
Okay. That's what it is.
Just send it to the state.
So how can we do this before we approve our budget? I mean, I'm just curious about
How
that.
can we do, what is she asking?
She's
She's got to have this submitted to the court by July 15th.
Well, we're past that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just curious how we could even,
We won't.
In the court administration, like the Supreme Court?
well, submit, okay, here it is. Submit to county commission by July 15th and forward a copy of proposed budget to the Office of Judicial Administration. Approved budgets are due in the Office of Judicial Administration by August 26th.
You're just doing your estimated.
That's all this is?
Right, so it's
So
just
we're not
what we're
committed to it.
publishing.
Okay. I just want to make sure of that before we,
You are not committed to anything on the budget until you sign the budget on September 14th.
okay.
So we can do any changes between now and then.
So do we need a motion to approve this or just sign it?
But we're already past the 15th.
Yeah, well, it's 15th is when they were supposed to submit it to us, and we have till the 26th to
Up till the
get it
26th.
back, yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, I just want to make sure that we were not in violation of anything by signing this.
No, it's just a proposal.
Okay. Hey, Bryce. Morning, Mark.
Good morning, how are you?
Good.
Hey, while we're waiting here, Darlene was just in, purchased a new forklift for down there. At some point, if there's ever an issue with a forklift or something down there, you guys wouldn't have a problem going down there and just taking a look at it, given your, I mean, mechanical equipment's mechanical equipment, hydraulic hoses or, you know, that kind of thing. That would save the county by her having to call out somebody to come look at it. Now, if it's something that's specific, then you could let her know that, but that issue.
You've done it in the past.
Perfect, that's what I thought, that's what I told her, I said, any of that kind of stuff, if you got a service truck of some sort, you can run out and take a look, throw eyes on it, it doesn't cost anything to drive across town.
Them forklifts, they take a special kind of hydraulic hose in, so if you can't get them made here, you gotta run the beef in.
Fluke-on, or, not Fluke-on.
Yeah, Fluke-on, can make them.
Yeah, they sold out, there's some, they're gonna do that.
Yeah, Hyperspeed or something like that.
Yes, excellent customer.
You can't use a wire hose on that where it bends around the pulleys and stuff on that mast and stuff, it has to be a nylon style hose inside. Yeah.
Must be going forward. Morning.
Morning. How y'all doing? Great.
Talk bad about my client.
You're just busy with all sorts of stuff. Morning.
Hey, good morning.
What you got today?
Those things that I handed you, that was, request for half up front from Campground. Is that fine? This way?
Yeah.
So with
I
that,
mean, we've already approved the bid and everything, so yeah, putting half up, that's fine.
do you want me to take that to Aaron or?
But I do need you to sign the
They are already calling up their materials here, so I'm sure they'll be happy that you give them half up front. And they'll start the 3rd of August.
Okay, they'll start the 3rd of August.
And they're gonna do 214 first, and then Q4 after that.
214, and then what?
Then they'll do Q4. So from our town hall, we put it together as a spreadsheet like requested. There's I approved it today, our final draft of it, and it's gonna get sent to you guys very soon. Should be today. So I canceled any that's offered like a SAM server replacement or anything like that. I'm not taking any more of those meetings until spring of 27. This CFS Engineers is from Shawnee County for that bridge on around 94.
Yep.
And these were the options. I don't know, did you guys get the email that I sent out about it? Okay. So this is if they contract it, option 1 and option 2. Since if we did option 1, since that's our road, that'll be us. As we understood it.
And that's the road going north?
It's a minimum maintenance road.
Yeah.
And then option 2 is the shoe fly, which is a lot more expensive than we thought it was going to be. And then if these were our options, it would be much cheaper for us just to do 3 inch of rock. It'd probably be, because this 81,000 was at $50 per ton. I'm sure that's, it's contracted, but that'd be the price for maintenance and fuel. And we get $21 a ton, so if we did it ourselves, it'd probably be around half or less.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the dropping down to the bottom of that ditch and making a bypass around this is $139,000.
I'm trying to figure out where they're coming up with 950 feet of temporary grading. That seems like an awful lot for the sheet flock. That just kind of blows me away.
Well,
And they put a 9-foot diameter tube in there that they're gonna pull back out. I mean, it's not gonna be staying there.
So the shoe fly, if they put that in, it's at their cost, or they're wanting to split this, or?
this would be at the rate that we agreed
The
on.
percentage.
I believe.
And if we do,
I thought that I don't mean to interrupt, but I thought that they had said when they were in there that anything that we did on that would be our cost for that not for them.
that's what I thought, because
Yeah.
it only affects one home to get them out.
Like I say, I'm just a little puzzled about 950 feet of temporary grading with a 9-foot tube. Because the tube's gonna come back out, so I mean, it's not gonna be left there. And where are they coming up with 950 feet?
Of grading out the road.
Yeah, 950 feet, is that
I suppose by the time they start, they've got to be out far enough away from the project that they don't affect the project, so that they have room to work. I mean, you're talking less than a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, that's true. But $125,000 for that? Good Lord.
Yeah, I thought we were talking $15,000-$20,000 to go in, dig that out, throw a tube in there, put some dirt backfill over it, put some gravel on it, and move traffic around.
Yeah, I thought there was a $30,000 thing in there somewhere, but just take care of it. Yeah, like there was something that was $30,000 for that part. Or maybe we just talked about.
And so Joe, not only would it cost whatever per ton to get the 3 inch put on that minimum maintenance road from, it's a 1.5 miles, is that correct, or is it a mile?
It was, yeah, 7,000.
A mile, a little over 1.5 miles. There's got to be some dirt work done, because if I think I'm familiar with that road, there isn't any ditches, it's just flat as pancake, runs through the cornfield, right? Down through there. And when it floods, it floods.
That whole area floods during the
I mean, it seems like a waste of money to put that much 3 inch base down there. Just dumping it on there. If it's not elevated enough that in the future, I mean, I just see all kinds of issues where it's just gonna waste that gravel.
Good, then we come back.
What's that?
You want to bring them back in? Discuss it?
Well, I mean, is there any other option down there other than these to get those folks?
Us got one in,
Have you talked to Matt and say, okay, take our track loader and go down there and we'll do the dirt work? Is that for the shoe fly? I mean, I can't believe it's not that difficult of a project to go in and cut that and grade it, throw a tube in it, put some gravel on it.
Yeah, we
$9,000, $9,500 additional engineering.
And it doesn't make any sense to me.
We discussed that last time, and they were they didn't want liability, so we just talked about that again. So we like to
Not a good option. Neither one of them are good options.
I agree with that. For just a temporary in and out. How long were they estimating that project's gonna take?
it would depend on the time that it started, but a couple of months.
And part of that I road, that butts right up to the edge of that creek running through there. I mean, it curves right around the edge of that. I guess I'd like to take Matt down there and take a look at it, see what his thoughts are on it. I mean, he's been doing this for years. Have him throw a set of eyes on it, see what he thinks, whether it's doable. And we can do it in-house. That would be my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta do something because we can't do that.
And that would require getting temporary easement from landowners on that south side of the road. That
They require purchase of
purchase.
right of ways, yeah.
Well, we have to purchase if it's gonna be a temporary easement.
Is that
doesn't
normal
make any
that if we're gonna do a flyby, that we would purchase that?
Well, purchase, I guess the default would be, person doesn't have any reason to donate it, I guess.
Well, no, but if we temporarily leased it, rather than, we're not gonna purchase the land.
Because
Well, no, yeah.
it's farm ground.
Yeah, the temporary easement would be priced, if you like, actually had the amendment, it would be priced according to use. So it would be the value for year, or whatever the temporary use is. So
And
not a full purchase.
We'd put it back to the way it was and it'd become their ground again.
So it would be an amount, but it wouldn't be like,
Purchasing. Yeah, I guess I'd like to have, at least have a conversation and see if it's something that we can do in-house as opposed to. And it says extra right of way required. That's the cheapest piece of the whole thing, $4,500.
So here's, this is what the Shawnee County engineer, that's in our minutes. He thought it'd be $25,000 to $30,000.
Well, let's hold him to it.
I'm all for that. I just don't, that cost is just astronomical for what
I would-
we're looking at.
Yeah, and I would touch base, it looks like this has just come straight to us from Cook Flat Strobel, so maybe reach out to Shawnee County's engineer, Mike Welch, and just touch base with him and say, hey, did you see these cost estimates? And if he's willing to pay for,
95%. 95% of that?
yeah, then, okay. But if he's not, we need to come up with a different option, I would think.
Yeah, I agree. And just from looking at the map, it's not gonna go, I would say it's not gonna go on the south side of the road. It would have to go to the north side of the road from looking at the map, to be like. So that would be in Jackson County, so that would be we would be dealing with the landowners, not them.
I'd like that piece also, which side of the road is it gonna go on, north or south of 94. I'm not a big fan of the whole thing because it's a really expensive bridge to put in on almost a minimum maintenance road. If they're putting the majority of the bill for it. That would be a couple of things I want to have back before I make a decision.
Yeah. I'd say we table this till we get some more information on it.
And when you leave here, if you have time and want to reach out to him and we can get that information back to us today, that would be helpful.
It's just nuts to do those numbers. But, so are we gonna table this till next week? That's my opinion.
I agree.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I won't be meeting next week.
You should have been talking.
Okay, next thing we've got is the bill from Nextran. Seems like there's an awful lot of labor to be involved in that. That was what, $3,268 for labor?
And my understanding of the original conversation, the 2 conversations we've had about this, it was being set down there just to have it flashed.
No, they had to put a computer in, they had to diagnose it and put a new computer in,
Which is the
ECM.
ECM.
Yeah.
Okay. But they did way more than that. There were some injectors and some other stuff, and this was a truck that you guys,
No,
60,
They just tested the injectors and stuff, to see which one was failing, to see if it was a wiring harness or is the way I read it.
Yeah, they just, when they ran the codes, or when they put the scanner on it, they found an active code for 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
is it more than you thought it would be?
The final bill
Yeah.
is less than what they quoted me to start with, I believe. I think the final bill ended up being, what, 65, and I think they quoted me like 62 or 72 or 78, I believe, when we started this.
That wasn't the information that was presented here. So the information that was presented here that I was under the understanding we already had the ECM, it needed to be flashed. And this is a truck that you guys rebuilt.
No, this is not. This is the truck that was rebuilt through Kansas Power Drive.
Okay.
The original quote was for $76.32.
Okay.
No, this was not a truck that we rebuilt. This was one that was supposed to have been rebuilt through Kansas Power Drive.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, and we have dumped a lot of money back into them that I didn't think that we needed to. It should have been covered when they done the rebuild. We've had to put a rear end in one truck, put 2 EGR coolers on, had to buy them an EGR cooler because they couldn't come up with one, so I had to go buy it for them, to put it on while it's still in their shop. We had to put an engine oil filter housing on it because they broke the one when they was working on it, welded it, it's still leaking. We had to put that on ourselves. We put a set of injectors in one of them trucks because it was leaking fuel and the oil. We had to put an engine oil cooler on the side of one of them that was leaking afterwards.
I remember the EGR that you were buying.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
They couldn't find one.
Right, they couldn't find one, and a day and a half I had one on the road here, so yeah.
Yeah.
All the more reason to try to use somebody local.
I think if everybody remembers the conversation we had, that we wanted to kind of steer away from the company that done them, and we went with 2 trucks instead of just one.
All right. Even under the
And
original list.
also too, Keith, I talked to that Matt Klingy, the one that is in charge of the
Yep.
service truck deal. Did you happen to give him make, model, and year of that truck when you?
Couldn't have done that, I didn't have it.
Okay. There's a break in that. 08 and newer, yes, they can come out and do it. 07 and back, and classify it as an old truck. They cannot. Ours is an 07.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Or Are these two trucks something that we're planning on keeping?
I think so, because we put the new burrow beds on them since then and stuff. And they're a good heavy frame truck, good heavy truck to haul your bigger demolition, oversized rock, yeah.
Okay.
And that we need them. We
Right.
don't have a replacement for them, and we need them especially for winter. If they'll be the first ones on our list to go, I'm sure, but not that replacement.
Okay. Anything else? Okay,
What's the status on, anybody contact you about this, PG? So I call him Brady.
What is it?
It's the bridge contract with BG. Elk, J4 Elk Creek. Well, I contacted Brady, told him that the contract was changed,
Oh, yeah.
and I didn't hear anything back.
You're talking about the wording within the
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah. So I hadn't heard anything back, I didn't know if you guys know. I haven't on. Okay, so I'll hit it again.
Okay.
Sometimes I just change it and then send it to you. And it don't sound
Not heard from them.
okay.
All right, what else you got?
W4 is open. There's a couple patchwork stuff that they gotta do, but otherwise it's good. And it turned out really good. They did ditching at 310 W6, 310 W5, 302 and X3. This week they're gonna do 302 and T. We have a ditching list that we've had for quite a while, and Dave and Frank are plugging through those numbers now that we've got the ones that we had to do. We're doing our list now. Hopefully some complaints fall off. We're asphalting Q4 262 to 254. Mainly there's a real bad spot that you guys try to actually hit the top. Mainly that spot, and if weather permitting, because it's supposed to rain on and off all week, the rest of the week after today. And this is going to cool off, but this rain is killing us. Bryson's going to be working on the mower. His brakes went out over this time period. He's working on it.
The what went on?
Brakes.
Brakes.
Or some
Mower?
mower tractor, yeah,
On the tractor?
on the
Okay.
tractor, yeah.
Is that the 6115?
No, this is the Ford new mower.
Oh.
And we don't know what's going on until we get the site pulled off of it and get inside. It's all enclosed.
0529, that's Shannon's dump truck. You have a replacement video?
Yeah, we got put a radiator in it. It's leaking in the middle of it. Aluminum board, plastic housing. Radiator's leaking in it.
Cheaper.
Yes.
Shannon's gonna put out salt bids for the first week of August. And they're creeping up on us. So we're just flying by. We've had a lot of complaints because we're not mowing. I know you guys don't love mowing, but it's so over the weekend, over last week, there was a lot of, the water is not able to drain off the roads properly. So there's a lot of minimum maintenance roads that are holding water, and now people are getting stuck on it. Especially 190, which has always been a problem anyways. And that one's not really a drainage problem.
I saw pictures of that one.
Yes, you did. I'm sure you did.
You shouldn't have been driving on the road. I mean, he's in a car, and he drove off in it. Not a little ways, a long ways.
So there'd be ditches too.
And that road's crowned. But I'm okay with having a conversation about mowing the right of way. I think there's some value to it. It's just, do we have the money to do it?
So, the
If you
map
can-
that I did, it's cheaper for us to pull a grader out for a week to run a mower than to run a grader for that week. So, what I think we should do is have them run a week or two each area, well, their own areas, and that way, because they know what's there anyways, they know which roads are most important. And it's actually, we're money ahead because we're taking those miles and that time off the motor grader. I know there's some spots where we can't, like, area 3, we can't right now, because it's kind of a mess, so. But, some of the areas they are ahead, and we have an extra mower, or an extra grader, that guy, he can, he's supposed to be our travel guy, but to me that, like, I went down, and this is a minimum main road, so it's not as important, but I went down A and
Over by Delia?
yes, we talked about that one. There was a sign there. If I didn't know it was there, you'd never know. But this was just totally engrossed in vines and grass and it's kind of a safe. I mean, we talk about mowing around those types of stuff anyways, but the bridges, people don't see the bridges anymore. It's just overgrown, especially on the minimum maintenance roads. And over the winter time, it also helps with drifting.
I agree. It was all about the money and whether we could afford to continue to mow all summer, to mow all the roads. that we
So it
can.
doesn't make sense to run them just to run them, but they're definitely like mow the tall stuff out. Especially, we can't just throw someone in there that, it's going to be someone that knows the area, knows what they're doing, and knows what areas need mowed. And it would be, to me, it'd be that area's grader operator. And just pull out for a week at a time, or 2 maybe. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, if you think that's the way to go, then, if you have areas like, say, around intersections, things like that are overgrown, but if you have something that's completely covered in a stop sign or a minimum maintenance sign or whatever, with vines and grass and everything else, I think it probably well worth your while to spray around that area too, so that you can, take care of the problem.
I think what he's talking about doing is mowing the entire road.
The entire road or just where it needs it?
Well, that's up to you guys.
I mean, well, there again, you said the operator knows the area,
Yeah,
so around bridge approaches, things like that.
I think some roads need mowed out. I mean, talk about the FSAs. But some of our other roads, definitely not minimum maintenance. Well, I don't know if that's up to you too, because we've got a place about minimum maintenance roads up Beano Road too. I think it's just a by road. Every road's
Every road's a little bit different, every area is a little bit different, so I think, you're probably right, the grader operators are the ones who know the area best and know where they need to hit, where they can kind of let go.
Some of our minimum maintenance roads gets more traffic than some of our roads that aren't minimum maintenance.
And I had a guy, the township representative from southeast part of the county, called me and said that somebody had mowed a minimum maintenance road from stop sign to stop sign.
And I haven't looked at that one yet.
But
I don't know what happened there.
my biggest concern is, we've been getting some moisture off and on. I hate to see a blade operator come out of the sea of blade because there's work to be done.
Yes.
And it's tough to play catch up. We don't have somebody that we can pull and put in those mowers instead of the blade operator himself. I don't have a problem with direction from the blade operator saying, "Hey, you're in my area. These are the roads that you need," that type of thing.
Yeah.
But how do you guys feel? You're okay with pulling a blade operator out for a week?
Depends on the circumstance, I mean, if the blade operator's pretty caught up, then yeah, I'd be okay with that, but
We have blade operators that are caught up.
well, you're never gonna be caught up, but I mean, as far, you know what I mean. Not like up north where they had flooding and everything, they're still fighting that. I was driving up through there, yesterday, and the roads are pretty good. There's still some places that need hit, and I think they're working on it okay. But, do we have an extra truck driver for not all the rock picking them up?
The truck drivers are helping with the patching, but if that's the way you wanted to go, I was just trying to use the motivators to save, that money would be spent.
Operate the
It's just more expensive if we pull one.
switching fuel for fuel.
But we can do that. Yeah, because a tractor will get 18 miles, whereas a motivator will get 30 miles to an hour.
Right.
But there's other expenses too, but the mower's a little bit cheaper.
I'll let you make that decision. Just be prepared for the next meeting to answer for it. But I trust you, so if that's the way you want to go.
And if it's not working, just stop or change it.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a try.
Like I said, I was out driving yesterday up in North Park Country, and like on W Road, we just rebuilt where it's packed down in the tracks. We need to start getting that gravel back off the side, back into the tracks, because we're starting to cut secondary ditches down through that road. We don't want to do that.
Yeah,
The same way I know 254 is 254 and 242 are already dust controlled, but they're cutting secondary ditches because they left the ridge on that. When they prepped, they left the ridge on that. And I noticed a lot of the roads, that are getting to be the same way. So we just need to kind of take a look at that and see.
For W, I can't speak on 254 and 242. They are gonna, Brandon and Lonnie are gonna tag team that one and fix it.
Okay.
Because, we finished it, but when you make a finished project, it fills itself in, and then you see where you're at, so you go over it one more time. So.
Then one other thing, I got a call on W up there on the curve.
Where?
Up there on the curve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that first one going north.
We're gonna fix it up too.
Yeah, we gotta do something about that, whether it's tube under the road or something, because that really cuts through there. I mean, there was like 6 ditches down across there.
Yeah, Matt looked at that. So we thought about that too. That's your recommendation too.
I would think that'd be the best thing to do,
Yeah,
put a
right.
catch box up there in that triangle, and funnel the water into that, and then put the tube underneath. That'd be the way I would drive.
Supposedly there was one there at one point, but I've never seen where it is, or it got pulled or something. But yeah, I think that's right. I agree.
And so I'm going to bring up one of the things that was brought up at our quarterly township meeting. And folks, Luke Kennedy brought this up. Why are you pulling Brandon? And we have a 12th grader. Lonnie's a good operator. Can't we put somebody in that 12th grader to assist him so that Brandon isn't being pulled out of his district? Is that a possibility?
Well, the 12th grader is doing patching. You can pull that guy out for a time.
Again, just the concerns from the residents in that area that every time you need somebody, you pull Brandon.
Well, that's his role. He's the lead worker for that reason.
He's got a trainer.
He's a project guy and a trainer, and that's the way that it's been explained to me. And the extra grader or someone with overflow for his time that needs help.
I didn't think he was in that role anymore. Did you, Linda?
Sure.
Did you, Mark?
I thought he was still a lead, but I didn't, or a project guy, but I didn't. We're not doing projects this year, so.
I thought he was taken out of that role a long time ago, but I guess I missed that.
I didn't think so. I don't remember that.
I didn't know anything about figuring out that role. Yeah, that's.
Okay, so again, just be prepared to answer for those questions when we're constantly pulling him out to go do stuff, and his roads are suffering. And we heard that from, Luke Kennedy, who's their representative for that region.
We need to pull someone else, we need to pull someone else.
Well, I mean, again, we don't handle day-to-day operations, but I just want everybody to be aware that those are concerns that people are bringing. That, I mean, the folks in his area are upset that every time something has to be done, they send him. And, you know, if we have qualified operators in that region, let them tag team together. I mean, it would be different if we were rebuilding a road and we needed that expertise, but I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just telling you those are the concerns. And I think it's important that we pay attention to those concerns.
Okay. As you can bring to your attention, we've got a loss of transmission, one of them other trucks that we had rebuilt here a while back, okay. They finally, transmission shop got through, got it in, got there. They quoted me, and you guys had a copy of it, for $15,123 to put new transmission in. That was worst case deal. When they got into it, it wasn't the transmission, the back of the structure had come loose off the motor, so it's gonna be about $2,500 cheaper than what we had. Okay. So just to let you guys know, it's gonna be cheaper than what?
Cheaper is better.
Cheaper and better, yes. Yes.
All right. Appreciate that.
Okay, so they're not gonna have to replace the transmission?
No, transmission's not gonna have to be replaced.
So it's just $2,500?
No. It's $2,500 cheaper.
It's still gonna be
It's gonna be around
12 or 13,000.
It's gonna be around 13,000, yeah.
To replace.
The back structure, I don't think they had to get the flywheel, but the flex plate inside of it, and the majority of its labor, because they had to pull the motor to be able to get to the back structure on the motor. And that was another one of them rebuilt trucks.
Okay.
So.
All right. Appreciate the info.
And Scott had it set up through John Deere on that track loader down to the landfill, that they come and done the 1,000-hour service on it. They quoted me that I can get the figures, it's gonna be like $4,400 for them to come do that. I talked to Darlene, we're gonna do it. It's gonna cost us the price of filters, which is $880, $90 and our oil. So.
Yeah.
We couldn't see spending $4,400.
No.
I agree. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate that.
I had questions about, is there going to be a company picnic this year, and also holiday meals?
Holiday what?
Meals.
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as the picnic, as far as I don't know. Have you guys planned anything or?
Yeah, it's some.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about it.
Okay.
Well, and honestly, I mean, it wasn't very well attended last year. I'm not sure. Do you know how many people from Road and Bridge were even there?
No idea.
Yeah, I didn't see maybe 2 or 3,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, do people want it?
I don't, I myself personally, I won't attend.
You what?
I won't attend, no, myself personally. No.
Yeah. So, and it takes somebody to plan
I
it.
say save the money.
As far as holiday meals, we haven't even had that
I've
discussion.
had that discussion here, can we talk about it? Sure, work on that.
But realizing the years of service at the picnic, we should still do that. though.
What's that?
Years of service that we did at the picnic, I think we should still do that. Just because we're not good at the picnic, we need to do years of service.
Okay.
I my opinion.
Alright. More fun. This might be interesting for you.
Oh, boy.
Matt DeVader is threatening to sue us because he says that we mowed past the right of way. This
Who's threatening to sue us?
Matt DeVader. and
Move past the right of way?
That's what he says. I haven't had eyes on yet. I just heard about it. Just called this morning. This is at R4 and 198. So
R4 and 198.
that's where we're at.
On his residence, 198. That's his residence. Is that correct?
I believe so. I didn't talk to him personally. He called this morning in our meeting. And it was
That would be his
all-
mom's. He's on 198.
That would be his mom's.
I believe so.
Is he a lawyer?
Well, where?
He's gonna sue
Okay,
on
so you said
behalf
you just got this call this morning?
I didn't take the call. It was from Mary took the call. So I still have to. I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen where this
Verify what the
supposed
right of way is on
Yes,
that road.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Well, what's the, I mean, you mowed, what's the damage?
So a little bit of history. Matt's always been upset that we mow any right of way.
Okay.
And he doesn't like it, and he's threatened to sue us before.
Yeah, I'm getting, I got the vibe there, just trying to figure out if there's really anything.
I don't think there's anything, but I need to go over it still.
So you'll measure from the center of the roadway. If there's a fence there,
Well, I don't know, the road's not always centered on that.
no, it's not. So you'll just have to pull a measurement and know exactly, what the right of way easement is on that particular road.
You can come on my right away.
Well, it supposedly is off the right of way.
Well, so even off the right away. All the yard is off the right away. Going.
I will have to say, when it comes to mowing the hard surface roads, I think all of them, from stop sign to stop sign, should be. Because if you get over and you catch that grass, especially a younger, inexperienced driver, that can pull them into the ditch and be an issue. But and then the snow thing in the winter time. But yeah, go measure it, see what you come up with, and reach back out to me. Good luck.
And then that's all I had, except for you guys wanted to go over any personnel.
Go over personnel, what are we talking about?
Reduction in force.
I thought we already had it with two. Did we discuss something last week or what?
We did, but we haven't had an answer yet. Do you want to have any conversation about it?
Yeah, we can. That's what, if you talked about it last week, I'd like to be brought up to speed with what's going on.
Okay. I think that's, yeah. One motion?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
Yep.
Make sure. Move to go into executive session for the purpose of personnel matters, non-elected personnel for a period of 15 minutes, starting at 10:03, returning at 10:18. To discuss employee performance to make that decision.
Returning this room.
And returning back to this room at 10:18.
One second.
To include,
To include
Christie, our attorney, and Joe. Thank you.
It's been properly moved and seconded to go into executive session for matters pertaining to employee performance for 15 minutes returning to this room, to include the attorney, Christie, and the Commissioner Joe. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same.
Gave them more vacation, more hours to earn.
Yeah, we should. That's how we've always, if somebody transfers department, they've always kept their years of service. And they transfer who they want. But I
Okay,
still
we
have
need
to say
to talk
on
about
that.
that again. I'd entertain a motion to go into executive session for 5 minutes.
To do,
Employee performance,
Okay, do you want Mary down here?
yes.
let's take her, we better do 10. 'cause-
You think of today?
So I move to go into executive session for the purpose of personnel matters, non-elected personnel for a period of 10 minutes, starting at 10 what?
10:20? Perfect.
10:19 is what my watch says. I've got 18 now.
Oh, I got 19.
Doesn't matter. See ya.
10:20.
20.
20. Returning to this room at 10:30 for the matter of employee performance.
Commissioners,
Go out for.
Commissioners, clerk, Joe, Mary,
and the attorney. Perfect.
Mary.
All right, go ahead, second. Properly moved second, to go into executive session for matters pertaining to employee personnel, employee performance with Mary, attorney, Joe, clerk, and the commission. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carried.
Jerry go.
Huh?
Jerry go.
Jerry.
I'm in there, right?
Jerry, yeah.
Oh, Jared, do you want to ask her? Okay,
I guess if not,
thank you.
that's
No, you're ready to move on.
Thanks, sir.
Anything else? Mark?
I don't believe so.
Thank you.
Had enough for this morning?
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Joe. See you later.
Oh, real quick, the rock, you said rock budget down here. What is our 0.4% up to? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
I'll ask Chris what she gets that. So we're down to 298 in the rock, we're budgeted, ad valorem budgeted. What do you plan on trying to take that down to before you switch back over? You want to wait and see what's in that?
Yeah, I haven't had those discussions yet, but we're not talking right now anyways. Push out a month or two before we touch any.
I have it 2 years.
We just ditch it and
We'll get you a number here so that you have an idea.
I think it was, I don't know.
I can help you.
It should be back up.
Okay, thank you. All right, bye. Sorry.
Oh, really? Wow. You know what our 0.4% is back up to now? Before Joe leaves.
Just as dang, I'm almost out the door.
Well, I just think it'd be good information to help you out. You know, just think about the other thing we are saving fuel on is we're not running box trucks up and down the road. So that money could be spent on mowing some of the right of ways. That's gonna save us money in the long run. I will reach out to Alan Rival and let him know that we've changed, or if Jennifer just wants to make an email, because she has everybody's email, that may be the better way that we've changed. There are some roads that we are going to continue to mow, so that mowing is going to increase if they see it. it's by design. Don't call in.
I was waiting for him to ask me about it the other day.
Maybe that would be, if Jennifer doesn't mind, just send that information out to the reps.
420,202.67.
Okay, that's good. And that's accruing about 40 to 45,000 a month.
It looks like in June, there was 2 deposits and almost over 61,000,
Oh, wow.
76,000.
That's huge. Linda must have bought a lot of stuff. Okay. Thank you for looking that up. So we should, I'm sorry, we should be fine, Joe, on spots to get us through the end of the year. If you need it, if you have mud spots,
We need it.
So is it just,
And hopefully, we're gonna get a lot back from,
I hope we do too, from FEMA.
Yeah.
if we get some, if we either get nothing or a lot, is what they explained to us.
Yeah.
I would think it would be over others.
I mean, because the rest of it comes every month. That's why I couldn't figure out why I hadn't paid.
Well, with that first one, I don't know if it just took that long to
I got you.
catch up.
Well, that should have made me happy. That's-
See you.
All right, buddy, see you
Right.
later. Thank you.
County commissioners. Okay, let me get you up to let me get you to the treasurer's office and they should be able to help you. Okay? Here we go.
Are these highlights, Colin, yours?
Yeah, those are where changes occur. And my thought on this is that I just got the mid-stage one for form's sake, sent it to Bettis, or Wrangle, whatever. Once we get finalized, then we'll send it to Martin Marietta / Ann's. We've got it. And that's, yeah, so the only changes from the last agreement are highlighted.
Very good, buddy. Sorry, you passed your comment.
Hey, I got kicked out once.
Yeah, they're here somewhere. See, this is what I should have taken.
What was the, previous amount that they would supply rock free for? I don't remember what that was. Or was there one?
I don't think all there was one for.
We were getting paid 15 cents per ton on all gravel hauled down that quarry.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was, Mid-States gave you any free, right?
What's that?
Mid-States didn't give you any free.
No, they were paying us 15 cents per ton on all gravel hauled out. Plus we got a discount on the gravel that was for Jackson County. And I think those checks normally are in that 90 to over $100,000.
When we used enough to get the.
Yeah, we used enough to, we bought enough, right?
Because last year we didn't buy enough.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so I didn't think that there was any that we got free from them.
No.
So to cover the cost of dust control on the entire route, you're talking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 miles to Jeff County line. That's 5 miles on 142, 1 mile south on W, and 3 miles west or east on 134. Rough estimate, it's between $6,500 and $7,000 per mile. Let me get you a little closer. $66,494 per mile to do dust control. If it's still $1.23 or whatever we pay. That's $58,000. Where does the $16,000
I
come
just had it in my notes. I just had that in my notes as the number. I'm not sure where I got it.
Okay.
It was just somewhere I'd written down, that was the estimate. So if you guys want a larger number, that's.
Okay, that was something.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to make sure that we have that number. Have that number where it's going to be, because
What are you thinking, 50, 60?
I don't know that we can put a number in because we won't know on an annual basis because it could go up. They're just going to have to pay the per mile bid cost.
yeah,
Well, the way I thought is you got the money up front, whatever the amount is, that's like a deposit.
Okay.
If they're short of that, I mean, you hit it somewhere around the number.
Okay.
If you're short of that, then the overage is next year, and then you're adding on another $4,000 to your 50. And that way, eventually, it should work out. If they're under, then they have to pay it in 30 days. So it's basically just like a deposit wherever.
so I can understand that, but that 16,000, if you did that, and it came up to be 58,000, there's what the heck? So I think we need to get that number a little bit closer to what it truly is gonna cost.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying 50, 60.
Yeah.
That's really what we're thinking.
I mean, was it $1.23 per foot?
I believe that's what it was this year.
So I would say, let's put it at 60,000.
Okay.
And if we're under that, we'll carry that over to the next year.
Okay.
And this, I mean, if we don't meet the threshold, this is a good deal for us. If we do meet the threshold, it's a very much better deal for them. that's about $30,000 less than what they were paying, give or take, before. And you've also got in there 2,000 tons of rock.
No payment per ton, no nothing, just 1,000 tons and compensation for dust.
I'm okay, because that's equal to approximately $46,000. So that gets us back into where we were. So that brings us back to even. Do we feel like, as a board, they should be paying more than what they have because of the increased costs that we've got? Do we feel like maybe they should give us a better discount? Any of those types?
I think they should. I mean, I really believe that. For the amount of increases that they have had, I know they, and here, I don't understand their thought process on raising the price on this one here rather than spreading it amongst the other quarries. I mean, if you have 10 grocery stores, you're not gonna charge one grocery store, you're not gonna put the price on one grocery store up here because it's in a more affluent part of town, whatever. And, you know, they spread the cost amongst themselves, not, that's my opinion.
And the explanation that I've been given on that is that this quarry is the only one that has so much overburden, it's more expensive to get down the ground.
And that's what I say, so you spread your costs amongst the other ones rather than, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you,
Yes.
but if I were getting all of my gravel from south of Martin Marietta, which is one of their quarries, why should I have to pay more per ton of gravel just because it's costing the one up in Jackson County? That's the argument.
That's the argument, but it still makes sense to spread it, in my opinion, it makes sense to spread it amongst the others because you're still gonna be selling more out of this one and you're still gonna be selling the same amount out of the other. Like I say, that's a business decision they need to make.
Yeah, they get to make that. So
Yeah.
what are some of our asks to,
I would think that
now,
we
is there an ask? Should we push for more?
I would think that we need to ask for a discount on the rock that they're getting out, on the rock that we're gonna buy. Because otherwise, like we said, we're not gonna be buying much rock out of there.
What,
And
you
we were their
got
biggest
another location to buy,
What's that?
another place to buy from?
We have three.
Okay.
One down by Delia, one out west of Holton, and one up by Atchison.
From mid-states or other companies?
Yeah, I don't think any of those are owned by mid-states.
Well, I mean, if it makes financial sense, that's just a math problem, isn't it? Going to that distance and.
Yeah, we calculate the cost of hauling it from one of the others because it's farther. The quality of gravel.
Well, I mean, there isn't any problem with that, obviously, you can change whatever you want, that's, you just gotta set on it.
Do you think it's outside of the bounds to ask for more? Do you think?
I mean, I don't know the math of the problem, that's my hiccup is the fact that it's just, not, to my mind, it's transactional cost for you guys, meaning if I can get rock from someplace else for less, I don't know why you guys wouldn't do that. And if you're saying to them, we can get rock for 10 cents less over here, even including all the gas and everything else, that you can say that. If you want it, that's what we're gonna do, otherwise we'll go to these other guys. And I just know that they are, it seems to me that they are not mid-states, but Bettis generally is consolidating and moving things to work in other areas other than where they traditionally did work.
Say that again.
I think they're working in areas where they didn't traditionally work.
Yeah.
And they're acquiring things to
Yeah.
block off assets from others.
Competition.
Competition. So, you know, I don't know if that to my mind doesn't enter into a lot of this. It's just-
I would hate to see them pull up stakes and not have that quarry open, because we suffered through that. It was costing us years and years ago, $250,000 just in trucking, doing all up here, so.
Yeah. Well, and I guess that's my bottom line. So if you make a case from the fact that you guys can get it for 10 cents or whatever less, then I think that's supportable, but I don't know that you can just kind of pick a number out of the sky and say that's what we want. We're ready to drive to that other place, right?
And they currently give us a discount on gravel compared to retail. Any other customers are all paying more for gravel per ton.
Do they?
Should be, yeah, the old contract,
Yeah.
because there was a 15 cents plus the discount that we got.
You have a separate stockpile there.
Mid-State shall annually pay the county 50 cents per ton of aggregate sold from the Denison quarry to assist with the maintenance of designated haul route.
There was like liquidated damages from not having something there. You paid,
They were discounting the price of 50 cents a ton from its current rate.
For just what we bought.
Yes, for
where's
the
that?
county, 50 cents for the county. What's that?
Which paragraph is that?
Well, the first one is under number 4, consideration,
50 cents per ton.
on page 1.
Yeah, we got it, okay, you're right.
Continues on page 2.
Had a different one. So, I mean, same thing.
And I'll say that they're gonna pay 50 cents a ton, or give us a discount 50 cents a ton. Further agrees in addition to the 15 cents rebate and 15 cents, in the event the county purchases $50,000, we will receive an additional 65-cent rebate for all aggregate purchases.
$50,000 for 50,000 tons.
50,000 tons, excuse me, I'm sorry.
And we didn't reach that threshold last year.
Yeah.
And I don't anticipate we will next year. It is what it is, so this is how many year contract I can
I
find?
got 5 years.
5 years. So I guess before we actually make any determination as far as sending this on to them, I think what I would like to see is, and I was going to put something on you, Christie, but if you could come up with the numbers for the last 5 years that we have received from Mid-States, because I want to make sure that what we're proposing to them is equitable to what we have been getting.
Well, it won't be.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be because we're not purchasing as much gravel.
Right.
And as the largest purchaser of gravel from that quarry,
Yep.
we were getting between 50 and 65,000 tons a year. I would anticipate now that the tribe is now their largest customer. we were receiving between 90 and 110, $115,000.
Mhm.
But if you add up the cost, roughly $60,000 to spray all 9 miles, and then 2,000 tons, you're talking about, $106,000 total coming to the county. So in a year where people purchase a lot of gravel, it could be over that 106. But I think most years, we're gonna come out economically better with $46,000 for gravel and $60,000 for dust.
And that's what I say, I wanna look at the numbers to see if we, if we do, because there probably are going to be times where it makes this economical sense to haul out of that quarry, right? So do we ask for a discount on it? Is that feasible?
We're already getting a discount.
We're getting the discount now, but under the new contract, we're not.
We would still get the discounted price above what, that should not change.
Under this contract?
Well, it's not in here.
It's not in here. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is the discounted price that we get above and beyond what everybody else in the county pays, that shouldn't change. That's just a discount.
Yeah.
And the only thing that would change would be the 15 cents. We wouldn't get that. And the 65 cents if we go over a certain threshold. That won't be. And so I think this way, we don't have to worry about how much gravel we haul out of there. So if it's
Right.
30,000 one year and it's 65,000 one year, the next year, we're gonna be okay because we're gonna get that roughly $106,000. The only thing in the dust control, if it goes up, there needs to be language in there saying that based on current rates, and this will be adjusted on an annual basis, not to exceed, I guess, a certain amount for the dust control. We wouldn't want to see it go from $1.23 to $2.23, but it may go up 5%.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's,
Well,
dust control is taken care of.
Yeah, that's basically in here.
Yeah, it's working.
So, and being a free rock where you did before, so the only question is whether there's a discount for purchases, right?
Yeah.
That,
The 50-cent discount that we're getting over everybody else.
Should be in there.
Correct.
okay, so all right, so that's another, per ton, 50 cents per ton.
Correct. Just like the other contract stated. The only thing we're getting rid of is the 65% per ton addition if we meet a threshold, which we don't want to worry about that anymore, and the 15 cents for all gravel sold out of that.
And there
Yeah,
is,
we have no idea.
that's what I wanted to know, what we were getting on that 15 cents, because it makes economical sense for us to add something more in, but maybe bring it down a little bit.
Should we
For
have your
all
answer
gravel
now?
sold out of that,
Should we have your answer now, though?
as far as,
Whether we should have.
no, I mean, I still don't know what we were getting out of there for that 15 cents, for all gravel sold.
Right, that's what I was trying to tell you. It's somewhere between 90 and 110, 115,000. It just depends year to year.
Yeah,
Well, the 15 cents was the dust control compensation. Discount.
the mid-state shall annually pay, well, for the 15 cents a ton for the maintenance of that. And in addition to that, there's a 65-cent rebate.
So this year you got almost 16,000.
Say that.
This year you got almost 16,000.
From the sale of gravel or from the,
I believe this is your rebate. Yeah, this is your rebate, so your 15 cents.
Well, but they pay, mid-states paid theirs on an annual basis, so I don't think we would have gotten that yet, would we? Hams pays theirs month to month on according to their contract.
But did it come the first of the year? I mean, it probably comes after the end of the year.
Yeah, so 06, it shows we have 15,986.52.
I think the contract, doing it the way it's written out here, gives us more stable income, knowing that we're gonna get that, and the dust control is gonna be paid for, what the cost of it. The only other thing we could add in would
Right for the
be
year before.
the preparation, but they're giving us $2,000 or 2,000 tons. That's $25,000, something like that. No, it's 46,000. Yeah, 46,000. Dollars for the gravel. I mean, I'm not looking to gouge them.
No, I'm not either.
I just want them to cover their costs and give us a discount. So I think that 50 cents
That's my point.
still be in
We
there,
need
so
the
you
discount.
got that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there'll be some negotiation back and forth.
But, and I don't think that on the dust control part, I don't think that there should be any amount of, you're gonna deposit this much. Honestly, I think it just should be, you'll pay the market price that the county is paying for the dust control.
But the good thing about that is the deposit part of it just means that you don't have to hunt, you don't have to chase after it.
Well, then it needs to be more in line with what we are actually paying rather than
Well,
$16,000.
Well,
Yeah, I told him 60,
Tell him 60.
not
Yeah.
16.
And I've got 60.
Yeah,
And he's got 60.
okay.
'Cause-
That's what I said, I just think that needs to be more in line with what the gonna be the actual cost, so,
Yeah, the actual cost of $1.23 would be 58,000.
yeah,
So 60 gets us a little extra.
that'll stay in there, but you know, we don't know
Next
what's
year,
gonna be
next year, they'll just deduct that amount and send us a check and then we can get it done.
Yep.
Do we need to state in that contract when that's to be paid? I mean, it needs to be in the first 3 or 4 months of the year.
I think it says in your first one is,
Within 30 days,
well, yeah, that's underpayments. So that upon the signing, on the execution, this days are paid.
I just don't want to have to come up with the money as a county for the dust control.
Yeah, so they'll pay the first 60 when they sign the contract.
So we'll
And
carry it
I
over.
can add the anniversary date.
Okay. So the additions were the 60,000 and the 50 cents.
And then, yeah, anniversary date.
Yep.
So good to, maybe okay with me to make those changes and get it to the best guy.
I'm fine with that.
Best guy.
The best guy.
The best guy.
Yeah.
He's just some guy.
I don't know about him, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you haven't committed anything, so this is this. Get it moving. Okay, we're good.
okay,
I think he's just enjoying the air
he's
conditioning.
patiently waiting. We got that.
I forgot.
I got a new bid from Chuck for what you and I had talked about extending it.
Yep,
He just brought it by this morning. And me and Keith talked to the Kyle Taylor and
Frontier Concrete.
what it's called.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to get to it, so he wasn't interested in it.
They're pretty busy.
And he told me that when I talked to him one day. This first thing is, I suppose you want it done this year. First thing he goes is, I suppose you want it done this year.
It's tough to get competitive concrete bids short term. I mean, typically you gotta look out 6 months because those guys fill up and it hadn't been easy this year.
And Chuck's already pushed me back 2 months. And now he's looking at maybe mid-September.
okay,
And it'll be shut off for like maybe a month because I like the way he's going to do it. He's going to do it in 3 sections, and we might be able to get rid of that $1,800 for the pump.
For the what?
For the concrete pump?
The concrete pump.
Oh.
Because he wants to pour like up here and then pour the inside, outside, whatever you want to call it, and pour the middle part as it goes out.
Okay.
That was his new bid. And
You didn't see any problem with what we wanted to replace out there, going a little farther. Okay.
So the new bid is a 63,810? I move we approve the bid for 63,810.
Second it.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to approve the bid from Blackjack Concrete and Building LLC for the replacement of concrete in the parking lot to the east side of the courthouse in the amount of $63,810. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carried. All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Pat.
Do you need to add it to the agenda?
Yes, I do. Here tonight.
I'd entertain a motion to add Aaron to the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to add Aaron to the agenda. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. What you got, buddy?
As usual, my procrastination got the better of me. I had my year end is due with the chairperson's signature on the 31st of this month. So,
We still got a few days.
We still got time.
I would have procrastinated, but I thought I'd put it off. So,
Are you gonna hand deliver it to him?
yeah. And that's the year-end financial report. We did have quite a bit left over, as you can see. That was mostly from.
Does that roll over into our county somehow?
If it would,
That's
the
right.
county
That's
could
right, you pay
actually.
rent.
We probably need some rent.
We need some rent.
It is 131,000. A lot of that was staff turnover and
So-
there. So
Okay,
So I would like to set something-
Right here. Oh, you're good.
yeah.
No. Right there.
Yep.
I would like to set something up to build into this for 27, a conversation. Aaron, who do you think those people should be? Do you think maybe 1 or 2 of your board members?
I think if we can get at least one board member from every represented county
Okay.
on there, I mean, Linda can, or y'all can represent Jackson County. Because we'll have Pot County, Wabunsee County, and Jefferson County.
Because what I'd like to look at is, so based on what the county is actually spending, because, correct me, do you guys, we supply all paper, pens, that type of stuff, or do you take that out of your?
Do I take that out of our budget?
They do, okay. So really, phones,
No, we pay for those.
so is there anything other than the
Utilities.
space? Utilities, we-
Electric,
Okay.
space, and water.
So
yeah.
utilities and space. So we need to look at what that space.
Would rent for, I think,
Yes.
on a market basis.
Correct.
And
so-
look at the other counties and say, hey, we don't have space in these other counties for us. So,
Right.
I
And
think
then
this
divide it
is a
four
invitation.
ways.
Three ways, I'd say 3 ways.
Because there's,
Because there's 4 counties in Jackson County.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to get you extra money here.
I was trying to be fair.
Okay.
And divide it 4 ways and then let them pay us the
That
third.
does make
But yeah, any thoughts on determining fair rental rate? And we can
I
reach
think
out.
for that, you would have to, the way I would probably do it would be probably to contact several of the realtors around and ask what retail space is or office space, what it's going for.
I wonder if Kate can do that on some sort of commercial.
Well, yeah, she's got some more sort of
basis too.
commercial.
And then we can kind of work on.
She's on vacation this week.
I'm not gonna do it.
I think 1.5 million sounds like a good rent figure.
Kansas Commercial out of Topeka might be a better route. I mean, a local realtor is gonna know probably what a residence or apartment's gonna rent for.
Not an office space, especially in the prime location. I mean,
Prime.
It's not on the square, it is the
If you
square.
guys don't mind, I actually know a guy that could probably give us a fair rate if you want me to reach out to him.
Why don't
He
you
used
do
to
that?
be a realtor for Kansas Commercial.
Yep, if you know somebody, that'd be perfect.
that way we can come up with a ballpark idea, we can discuss it with the
And if
board
you-
and the other county commissioner.
If you would ask Judge Elder, I know he's got some rental property that,
And we do rent from him
I know.
for a satellite office down
Right.
there in Wamego.
So-
So, yeah, he might have a good idea of what we'll rent for.
yeah, we can, I think we can, if you can get the number and then the square footage, that would be a comparison.
Yeah.
And I'll reach out to,
I'm sure he's got an idea of exactly how much we're.
That's in Wamego, right?
Rents for in Wamego, and not much different.
yeah, that'd be a good comparison.
Yep.
And then we would try to incorporate this into the 27th. We would need to probably hurry with that because they're gonna wanna build it into their budget.
Yeah, and if we can't, then I can probably supplement some of that through, the state grant if I have any left over there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we can at least make it up if not
Okay.
anything else.
Appreciate it.
I don't think we'll have a problem with any of that.
And we're just nice folks to deal with.
So say you.
You know, you already said, no comment.
Thanks.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, sir, appreciate it.
Need your signature later. Appreciate it.
See you later. All right, what else you got?
We gotta finish up our friends in the State House, EG.
All right.
Okay.
So executive attorney-client privilege claims against the county. 15 maybe?
Okay. So, claims against?
Yeah.
Okay. Move to go into executive session for the purpose of attorney-client privilege. Discussion for a period of 15 minutes, starting at 11:26. Oh, I'm sorry, 11:12. Come back at 11:27.
Okay.
For the purpose of, in this room, for the purpose of discussing continuing legal matters, to include our clerk and our attorney.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to go into executive session for attorney-client. All right, we back in?
Not quite. Gotta wait for Doug to get in here.
Okay.
And video to get going. Okay.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to approve consent order 2026-OG-0004.
So moved.
Second.
It's probably moved, hang on, probably moved and seconded to approve consent order case number 2026-OG-0004. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carried. You need that.
You need this one,
Which one? No, I got it.
I didn't know, you already got one?
Public safety.
And I would entertain a motion to approve the public statement regarding the above named
Case number.
case number 2026-OG-0004.
Oh, that's not what's on the public.
No, just call it a public statement.
Just called public statement, okay?
Publication, public statement, submission of public statement.
Okay, I take a motion for the public statement for publication.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the public statement for publication. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carried.
I think that's my list, unless you guys have any.
Alright.
And I know it's way ahead, and I don't know how this is gonna flow, but scheduling, I was kind of iffy on whether it was still gonna be 10 o'clock or 9-ish, because I was here today a little bit later, but do you want it to be 10 or do you want it to be still at 9 o'clock?
I think 10 o'clock's fine.
Okay.
That works for you?
I guess what we talked about, yeah.
I said, I wanted to start 2 weeks and feel it out.
Sure.
So that's fine. September, I will be out of the country. September 14th, which maybe, I don't know if that falls on the Labor Day, is the previous Monday, so I don't know where that falls on my meeting schedule, but 14th and 21st will probably be out of the country or recovery.
Okay.
So
All right.
don't get sick. Stop getting sick.
Sounds like winter.
All right.
Okay, so I understand that is this to be published or just?
No,
for the
just
day
get it.
that it's out?
Well, it's however you do it, when you do like a press release, I don't know, you just tell them that.
I'll just tell Ally that I have this and she'll. Gotcha.
You can put it on your Facebook or whatever, county's Facebook. I would put it on my Facebook. Have that on track. Although I've had some good data center traffic.
You got what?
Some good data center traffic in Edgerton, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm getting
People are still what they talked about then.
Not as,
NACO.
none of this YouTube is, you guys, not my Facebook live.
People are still up in arms over data center?
Yeah, they got one they're trying to get built.
Do you know how big of a project that
It's
is?
not big at all, because they're using the existing building.
Oh, really?
They have that logistics center, which has big
Yeah.
warehouses.
Yeah.
So they're converting an existing warehouse into one. It's, so
You-
the scale thing is pretty small.
You know what their main concerns are?
Water and power is the complaint. But this one, I represent Johnson 7, who's a water provider for the logistics department. It's no sweat.
There's no what?
It's not sweat, it's a closed loop system.
Correct.
So it's not, 100,000 gallons a day. The power is not, it's averaging, it's nothing to do with us. as a city.
What I think is interesting, I listened to an engineer speak about data centers. Large data centers use a little bit more than large golf courses do, and we're not banning golf courses.
Yeah.
I just think that's, and you can Google it, how much a golf course will use between 45 and 200 million gallons a year. I don't know where people, data centers have been around for 30 years.
Server farms is what they used to be called.
Now they're data centers.
Yeah. It's I don't know, it's something weird because it is just that, you can't talk to people about it, you can't be rational.
You what?
We can't be rational about it because.
Yeah.
Because there is one, the one in DeSoto started out as a hyperscale with a big water demand. They were talking about even 2 million gallons a day because they were not doing closed loop, they were doing constant.
Yeah, if they didn't do the closed loop, they're foolish. But one of the biggest takeaways from the NACO conference I just came back from, that they didn't talk about solar, they didn't talk about wind, they didn't talk about nuclear. Mostly this was centered around data centers. And the speakers that I heard were talking about the fact that most people are relying on 10-year-old data, and as you said, you can't get them to change their mind. They've read it on Google, and by God, that's the way that it is. There are some other interesting.
I think
facts
there's some rumors or going around that they're collecting data on individual
Yes.
people for nefarious activity. They're collecting data on you every day,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Every time you upload a photo, every time you upload a post. Yeah,
or,
that's,
I mean,
that's what it is.
I was looking for hotels the other day and all my feeds now have hotel room offers.
Yeah.
I think if I say hotel in my house, it starts doing that.
Yeah.
It's just, they're that sensitive.
Yep.
Thanks, sir.
You bet. You guys stay cool if you can.
All right, thank you. All right, this was in my file too, for Norfolk contracting for the bridge. Which bridge is this? Q113 Junction 2 and 110.3.
Is that the one they talked about?
What's that? Okay. See, it's that one we already approved that.
That might be one we got shuffled back into the file too.
Okay, 184, I thought we'd already approved one for $184,770 for steel. But this says Norfolk contract.
The one from Husker Steel,
Yeah,
that's the one that we approved and,
yeah.
is going in.
Well,
What
this
was
is,
the question?
well, the question is, I thought that we had approved this already, but this is from Norfolk contracting. For the same amount, for the same area.
Do we just need to sign it? We just need an autograph?
That's what I'm asking. I'm not
Did you
sure.
say- So it was in a pile.
It was in the pile I had today.
From the basket. And
Yeah.
it got shuffled back in.
But this
We just have to
has
look
not
back
been
and-
signed, that's what I was curious about.
I'm almost sure we approved that because
Yeah, I thought we'd already approved that, but this one has not been signed. With this, we had nothing to sign, so. This just kind of gives a little more indication of what we are responsible for, what they are responsible for. So we're responsible for excavation, removal, backfill, utilities, concrete, center line and elevation, and they're responsible for erection. That's got the same amount down here, the 184,770,
yeah.
and we've already approved it. So I guess they just want a signature on this, is what they're wanting.
I would say yes, I want you to accept that.
Okay, so we've already approved it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sign it.
Yeah, we approved it last week in minutes. 2-0.
Did you guys get this last week?
That's what we waited for you on that.
Yeah. Okay, we got another copy today, sir.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it should be 15, so I would entertain A motion to approve resolution number 2026-15, having to do with Article 37 of zoning regulations and KSA-12-756.
This resolution.
Article F. Public assembly. Two pages. Yeah. Are we approved? Oh.
2 pages in the signature page.
Maybe that's the old. Oh, that's a different one. This is a copy of the other ones.
Just keep your copy.
This is a different one.
We approved 2 of them last week,
Right.
and we kept one of them because it was changed, right? This is the one we didn't approve.
But the other one is dealt.
This is the one we just got today.
This one. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, we didn't approve it.
Yeah, that's. In the other one though, that it doesn't require, if it's $5,000 for 600 square feet, it doesn't require a building compliance permit. But I didn't think, I thought if it was under 600 square feet or $5,000, it didn't require anything. I thought that's what the compensation was. But there's, the way it reads, you still have to come in and fill out a permit to identify whether it's in the floodplain.
I think that was the rest of that conversation.
Okay. All right. We had a lot of conversation back and forth about it. Because I got a text, so I still have to have a building compliance permit for a doghouse. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, if
I
you look
think
at it
Kate
that way.
wanted it just to make sure that somebody wasn't going to build in a floodplain or something
Correct.
in the floodplain, just trying to protect.
Because what we had talked about is to make sure that it didn't float away and go down and hit a bridge or float into somebody else's property. And the change on this one. What the change was.
On which one? Having to do with the planning commission?
Yeah,
I thought that they had changed the number of people. It's been a while since I looked at it, since we talked about that. I thought it was just the number of people.
Number of the members.
Yes, I believe.
and I still don't like the same.
I know you do. Maybe I have the wrong thing.
This doesn't talk anything about, this is,
Does it have a planning commission?
So I've got the thing, the bylaws that they,
No, it's a different. Do you have a cleanup here from last week, because we just set it aside?
I've got the bylaws that they presented to us back in May, and the changes that they have, plan commission shall consist of not less than 5, no more than 9, that's what it says here. I mean, do we want to get Steve down here to verify that that was the change that we're changing in this resolution? What do you guys see, Howard? Well, that's what we're looking for.
Hey, you come down here. Thanks. Okay, so I don't want the one I gave you then, Keith, right? That's not the one you needed.
No, is this one you have?
Yes. Article 37.
All right. Keith doesn't have this one.
Well, here, this was on my desk from last week, it said table should be 15, so I've already got 15 written in here, so try that. What's up, buddy?
Hello, hello.
How are you today?
Pretty good. Enjoying working today.
Yeah. Okay, we had a question on this resolution, and I thought is the key word here, that the only thing that was changed in this was the laying out of the number of members, not less than 5, no more than 9. Was that correct?
Which resolution is that?
Be resolution number 2026-15.
One that was passed last week?
No, we waited for Mark.
Yeah, here's the one we waited on.
Okay.
Which one's that?
This would be for Article 37.
37, yeah, that's it.
Yep, okay, same way. There was a lot of changes on this one, but it was all in addition. And so the original article started off at section 10. It had a section on amendments, is what it was.
Okay.
After started with section 6. And so sections 1 through 5 were added. Were added.
Okay.
And basically defined the planning commission. There was never anything in the regulations that defined the planning commission.
Okay. I thought that it had to do with the number of members.
Yes.
I found what you had was highlighted there, and then just the other changes are 1 through 5.
And then 10, they added the renewable energy conversion systems as a RE to a zoning class. Renewable energy conversion systems. It'll cover solar, wind, anything. That was added as a class. And that'd be in the middle of that paragraph where it says least restricted.
Okay, explain that one to me. What was their thought process on that?
They are just adding that to that list. So here's the most restricted, the least restricted. These are the basic land classifications, A1 through I2. And so these are the least restricted. These are the specialized ones, which they've also added the RE, Renewable Energy Conversion Systems overlay. So it's not as common, I guess, is why it's not in the first part. It says least restricted.
Well, I mean, explain to me their thinking on that as far as what it's for.
It's basically when we get to the point of zoning commercial, solar and wind. And whatever may happen to come down the pipe. So that way we have a category for it too. They wanted to fix that in this article while we were at it, so they can come back and add this status.
Okay, where are the definitions for that? They've got a.
It would be in the amendment 30 they're working on.
Okay, well, I don't want to approve this until I see that.
Okay.
I don't want to
Do we just want to strike the RE, renewable energy?
I would say strike that because I don't want to approve something, I don't know what's gonna be in it.
Alright.
That would be my opinion anyway, until I get a definition of what that is and what that is going to consist of.
And I can get you that, but it's not approved.
Yeah, well, I just need to wait till we got that approved and then we can either table this until then.
And I'd rather just go ahead with it, strike the RE part or something out of that, but renewable energy overlay.
You see where that is?
Bottom of the second page.
So we're going to strike.
And then I'll strike that, yeah, that'll come out of the resolution. Yep, that pulls it out of the resolution.
Do you have that on your computer?
Yeah, I can read it out.
You want me to just go straight out of this copy and bring that inside?
That'd be fine, yeah.
And I have more copies if you guys need them.
But like I say, I'm just not comfortable with approving that without knowing. That's the only change that they put in, the least restrictive thing?
Yes, they just added that.
They just added that, okay.
So
Yeah,
just,
I would-
so
go ahead.
So what I'm reading on a specialized, an REC?
Yeah, the RE, Renewable Energy Conversion System. What was on the previous?
It regulates where and how clean tech, like solar, wind, and storage facilities, can be built. It sets local rules, setbacks, fencing, noise limits, and environmental protection.
And that was in our regular, you're looking at our regulations, or that's just what it says?
That's a Google search of
Okay.
what RE. I want to know also what their definition of these are.
Yeah.
They want
It actually, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it actually goes on to say the purpose is it streamlines green energy projects approval while protecting community character, local infrastructure, and natural habitat. But yeah, I'd like to see what their definitions are. They're setting their own definitions for this, or are they using?
They're using what was in that template, but probably modified to a little, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
Because I'd like to see how that fits in with our regulations too, that we're trying to get through, so, yeah. Or get approved from them.
We're gonna strike the RE.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so we'll table that until we are gonna approve it with the RE. Then I'm gonna need a fresh copy so we can sign that.
Okay, I can have a few minutes.
Okay.
Or we can just table it until. we
Well,
get-
we'll table it until he gets a fresh copy back here and then.
Okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Bring it right back.
Steve?
this. Okay, so we're all good with this second one? The 600 square feet.
I think we approved
You
it
approved that
last
last week?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
week, just waited on it though.
All right. All right. So I entertain a motion to approve 2026-15. Isn't that what we said we were gonna do? Or are you gonna get that pretty?
I thought we were gonna
I
table
can do
this.
it. I can do it right. I'll
Okay.
have about 5 minutes.
Okay. We're gonna strike that RE out of there, so it's not in there until we get a
Okay, so
definition.
we're not tabling it.
We're not gonna table it, he's gonna get his fresh copy so we can sign, so.
You're up.
You want a motion
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Motion to approve 2026-15.
with corrections?
Well, there will be corrections when he comes back in, yeah.
With.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
we just wait until he comes back and then there's no confusion?
Yep, can do. And this one here, we still haven't got, he said he still hadn't heard anything from BG Consultants, so this helps still in table. That's already approved. dollar limit for the shoe fly. That's look through that. You say that is in the budget?
It's on here.
We ain't working on that.
I just wanted to pass it over.
There's that information on that.
Do you guys want Aaron to put that public statement out on the webpage, on the Facebook page, or?
Yes, I do. Is that consensus of everyone?
I think we need veterans.
You can release it to the whole board too, if they want. Had a conversation with Laura Goldman at the Tuesday evening event. She's pretty upset the way things were handled. That nobody got a hold of her before their budget. And now their budget's set because it's July to July.
I had the same conversation with her.
Yeah, she's still upset about it. I said I would bring it back up. She presented a couple options, possibly one employee working down at the recycling and half of that. I told her I would bring it back to you guys.
Half of,
What our appropriations are.
Did you go study that?
38, something like that. Again, I told her I would bring it. I didn't see if that would be something we could get done, but.
is that intellectual disability services? That's $30,514. 38 is the fair bill. And I thought we took conservation back in.
We did, it's,
This is what the edited version of what we're,
like I could.
Oh, that was what we're saying.
I'm gonna do that for 1 year.
you look back on that, it was actually,
Yeah.
they changed it from wind and solar to the other conversion system, is what they did. you look at the second page, I think, where we're talking about the classes. They already had class, this is the one without it, so. They already had that class in there. The two classes, they combined them into one, so.
Okay.
That's what they did.
Okay.
So that, we can go with the original one, or we can go with the amended one.
I would just go with the amendment until I find out what they're gonna change, what all they're changing in there. That would be my opinion.
Yeah, if they can just print out a sheet that shows definition of.
Do you want that?
Well, I want that to be approved.
Because that's all that amendment, that's all that Article 30, where they're doing the solar, so.
Yeah. What their definitions
Yes.
are.
Okay, so this would be 2026-16. Correct?
No, did you pass those to me? That's why I said just to wait till we brought the other one back up, and it makes it less confusing. That way we don't have a 14 and then another 16.
So you want us to just table this whole resolution until, this is the one that we made the change on, we got that RE.
Okay, what you did.
This is the one you passed last week.
This one was not passed.
This one was not passed yet.
Right.
That's the one you were talking about passing today, so it will be 15 when it's
It would be
passed.
15, okay, because I had that number, that note was on this one.
If we pass it, it would be 15, but that's not.
But you didn't.
No, this one you passed last week, it was, I had a note on there, so this is 15.
The one you passed today will be 15.
That, okay, because it was stuck on that one. Okay, so,
But make it 15.
okay, so this will be 15, okay.
What was the one we passed last week?
You did 13 and 14.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Move, we passed resolution 2026-15.
Second.
It's properly moved second to pass resolution 2026-15. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right. So there's that one. I think that's all the questions we have for you, buddy. Good. Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you. See you.
Yeah. We're just down to the minutes. See anything important in there?
So are you going to revisit the appropriation and see workers when we talk more budget, or is that final answer? Or lower voting?
Yes.
Are you going to revisit everything when we do budget session again?
I think perfect, let's talk about it next time we do budget. I mean, that's about all we can do. So did we get cut back on our VDITE because we're a small user or what? Because we're a small user for patching? From last week, I mean, it said
You said
that,
they couldn't get it.
yeah, high demand from KDOT and MoDOT, that's what I say. Are we, did they just cut us back because we're a small
He just said
user?
they couldn't get it.
So the procedure you ever made with the sheriff on supplies, like breakdown, why it went up that much?
I can show you what I have.
Before we get into
But I
that,
also,
before we get into that, has everybody read their minutes?
Yes.
I'd entertain any corrections. I will abstain, but I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of July 20th, 2026.
So moved.
It's okay.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes of July 20th, 2026. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right, sorry, I just want to get that
No,
here.
pretty much.
We talked about it. We got in their session.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get a motion to adjourn. I think we've gotten everything taken care of. And we can talk about budget for a little while. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded to adjourn this meeting. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you.